Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires. I'm the Serious JG.
I am Bobo the Vulture.
We are going to start consulting, a new consulting firm, which is going to be very profitable for us. And we got gold to spend and China land to conquer if we, keep this LP going and bridging that gap before we can do some Dynasty Warriors 7 again. Peng Tong comes out here with that little silk facial cover thing. And we have the we want to learn the alliance skill eventually, but alliance.
It is a good one.
They will continue. Yeah, but we want that one more.
Yes.
Also.
I'm happy to prove that.
As you command.
Well done, once. Yes. Because the thing is that a null alliance will continue to be suggested by people.
Yes.
Once we are in the position we're in now, where we're completely surrounded by somebody we have an alliance with. So.
Now, is this game like any of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms games, whereby
As you
if
wish.
you're one of only two forces left on the map, you can't ally?
Nope, you can ally with the only forces left on the map.
So
and just
will you
spend your turns donating gold to the people to make them like you if you want, which is what you end up having to do if you want to get the good ending at some point.
Alright, so I think we're going to do another joint attack
It's
here.
Bobo's turn to
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy to go take on Ma Chao.
Ma Chao, my dog! Ma Chao and his greatest general, Genji.
I was looking through here trying to see whether or not there were any, not completely inexperienced, generics, but,
I think you end up going with Meng, but I don't remember for sure.
yeah. No, I mean, I was just trying to build some suspense.
Oh, sorry. Well, there's some suspense. I don't really remember what you did.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at some of the other guys.
This is the last video we recorded before.
Yeah, I remember because I was like Jacques Cui. Was looking at him and thinking, well, he's got some troops.
We were looking at their
awesome.
weapon types, and we didn't have sword leveled up really at all.
Yeah, we don't have sword or what is the other? There's sword, spear, and what is the other one?
Special, which is basically means people like
Catch all
Jubilee
for,
who have a
bows or fans,
feather
so.
fan, yes. Or Xing Cai, has weird bladed wheel thingies.
Yeah, I think I was looking at Jacques Cui, and I was like, well, maybe okay. But then I changed my mind. Because Jacques Cui's going to have a sword, and I think I saw how you did. Maybe that was one of the reasons
I was inspiring with my performance. Yeah.
Well, no, you were near death a good amount of it, and I
Right.
got nervous about that. So.
These guys are even as low a level as Meng was when we got started.
Yeah. But he's got 6,000 troops even, so I'm like, alright. I guess Meng gets another go at it. You give it to shit. This is a really tiny map.
I think this is pretty much the smallest map that they have in Empires. Any smaller maps than this are from Legend mode and Extreme Legends. They might have one or two maps that are a little smaller than this. I think, like at Dion Way's Muso, there's a map where you're just inside a castle that's smaller than this, but that's about it. It's Manchao.
Everybody man jump.
It's enough.
So,
I need you tonight.
so one thing that's nice about this go-around is that the main camp isn't exposed yet. Our main camp isn't exposed.
Well, this is a weird one because with one little exception, there's one base that is in possession that way. Basically, you just have one straight line between the two main camps. And when you win this, you have to control pretty much every camp on the map to win.
Yes.
We cannot ignore the danger to our allied
Also,
base.
in this one, because you're fighting with Cao Cao's army behind you, we do in fact have more guys in our army than they do in theirs in this battle.
Spread out. Reinforce the guard.
No, I mean,
If we don't protect that base,
Meng Da in
it's going to
particular
fall.
has all of his troops
I will
back.
protect
You gotta
that
replenish
base.
all or
Yeah.
whatever, so he's good. I meanwhile I'm thinking, well, I shall take this.
This should be
shortcut.
easy. I'll just hop across this thing. No
Well,
problem.
I didn't know that the giant roller was going to be there, so now I'm like, oh crap. Can I jump over this thing if I time it just right? You get to the edge.
I'm going to attack that base.
It may have been possible to jump over it. You just jumped too late, but it might be that you just can't jump over it at all. Either way, yeah, this kind of didn't go that well here.
Yes, now I'm most of the way dead. Meng
Because I remember saying, like, you really just need to take that other path. And you're like, I don't want to have to fight Shenji. Shenji is kind of the guardian of
there's
this
like
path.
rolling balls over here.
Giant K-Dog style balls.
Yep. Fight like men with huge cojones.
I part in the dress all day, every day, man. Maybe that's how we should be doing all post commentary, just in the voice of K-Dog.
Yeah.
It's time to take on Shenji, man. Hey, lady, take a look at my cojones. Estragillos, so close, man. You woman. Zenji not having the best time of it here, but done a lot less damage than, say, well, no, I was gonna say the giant stone pillar did.
Yeah, pretty much. If it doesn't involve like jumping across a giant roller, do all right with it in this battle. Man, Kong.
We must stop their assault. Hang on.
Just
Retreat is an acceptable strategy.
and you ignore the
Enemy
health
officer
because you
defeated.
got troops directly there about losing them.
Yes.
Do you think you can stop me?
Everybody wanking tonight.
I'm not doing too bad. Like, pretty much all the life I've lost so far came from being rolled up, like bowled over.
That came from the nut roller that you hit with.
That's right. It was the
Enemy
nut roller.
officer defeated.
Everybody got camping tonight. Guess that wasn't gonna work as
All
well.
right, I'm going to attack that base.
And you took him out.
Yes.
Please guard this place while I attack.
It looks like
Like
I...
Lucian, you bastard! What are you? Oh wait.
Hit me with
So-
everything you got. Do not
Well, I like that Cao Cao immediately pressed him into service against his old ally. It's just, is this a test of Liu Shan's loyalty? Is this just that secretly he's trying to torture Liu Shan by forcing him to fight his comrades? Or is it just that he wants somebody who has incredible experience with combat in this region that Liu Shan does?
Victory is
Or is it just that he
Incredible
knows that Liu Shan is the most capable officer in any army in this game?
Yeah. I mean, in this land today, there are but two great.
give them everything we got. I must retreat. For
Liu
now.
Shan just wants misses.
Enemy officer defeated. This is the chance we've been hoping for.
We've got
Xing
them
Cai,
right where we
if I
want
were to
them.
lose you,
This
my
base
world
is
would
now
be
under
plunged
our
into
banner.
darkness. Oh, shut up! Whatever, Jesus.
I shall distract them with my
I can
tactics.
just light a single candle and cry a single tear, you puss. I mean,
Attack without mercy.
oh, my lord.
Right, I'm going to go pound on an enemy.
There's Genji down there. She
Genji,
got some health
getting ready to
back.
jam out.
They like flew
Right,
jam
I'm gonna-
there, yeah.
Stay back from that. And then she's given herself the glowing blue Navi power.
Yeah, she's become like high-speed Smurf. She's become Smurfette.
I will not
Fastest
forget
Smurf in
this.
the world.
Enemy officer
She's
defeated.
become Archie, the smartest, strongest man.
The base's defenses
Despite
are
not
too
being a
spread
bad,
out.
but you know, hey.
Reinforce the guard.
Over technicality.
Oh, hey,
Cao
there's
Cao, a
that.
little cameo there.
Oh, Liu Shan, you don't even get a horse anymore.
I will
Dumb
attack
son
that
bitch.
unit.
I will attack that base and try to steal its horses. You will destroy
No corner.
100 kills, that means it's time to end the video. It's Zhuge Jin, the guy who provides like juniper berry alcohol for Zhuge Liang. Well,
Do you think you can stop me?
But you were saying that he was a,
I think Zhuge Jin is a big
This
dude
base is
for
now under our banner.
I think he's the guy who's
We've got them right where we
fighting
want them.
for. I
This
can't
base is in
remember
the way.
which. One of
Destroy
Zhuge
it.
Liang's brothers was on Wu's side. I think that's Zhuge Jin.
If we
There's like a
don't protect
Zhuge
that base,
Dan
it's going to
or
fall.
Zhuge K or somebody.
Is
It's like,
Zhuge Dan?
yeah, there's a Zhuge Dan. No, it's not.
He goes,
Our target is the
Hey, I'm Dan Zhuge. How you doing?
what?
Let's finish
And he
them off while
starts
we have the chance.
Streaming. I mean, Dan, you know, Dan of you.
Oh, yeah, okay. So he's like, starts stealing moves from Ken and Ryu.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Zhuge Dan, I
Hit me
think,
with
is the guy
everything you
who's like
got.
fights for Wei against Jin during the revolution.
This is the
But
chance we've been hoping for.
I don't really remember. That'll all be revealed in Dynasty Warrior stuff. The Jin story coming sometime probably next year.
Have you come to meet death?
Or later this year. If you come to meet death. Well, I didn't mean to, but the secret volume for that.
We must hold out.
Jet G would be a good ruler in Empire mode.
The enemy has let their guard
You
down.
can see her going either way, good or evil. Liu Chan would be, however, like, I don't know, he didn't seem to be selectable. Or maybe it was, yeah, we forgot about Liu Chan. We should have gone with him. We should have gone with Liu Chan. We kind of forgot about him. I guess the one that I was looking for we couldn't get was Liu Kong.
Protect that base.
Alright.
He's like, I keep doing this, but not today. Bye!
I won't lose a second.
I don't know.
Enemy officer
Just like
defeated.
blanked on that. At any rate, he's clearly a character in the game that we're going to be able to recruit once we start taking over Cao Cao's territories.
I mean, we're gonna have to. Oh no, that blue orb of music is gonna explode. Ah, Blue's no joke
Cower
leg.
in fear like the coward you are.
How about I cut out your viper's tongue?
You know
Everybody's really, like, all
Wanting to
about
cut out
cutting
some
off
viper
the
tongues.
tongues of pet snakes.
I shall distract them with my tactics.
I will destroy you! Enemies everywhere! Enemies everywhere! It's Mass Effect. The like regular enemies you fight in Mass Effect have like background chatter, which gets incredibly repetitive. I will destroy you! Enemies everywhere!
Return to the
They
base.
say enemy is everywhere.
Yeah. Enemies
Attack without mercy.
Because they're supposed to be like, like shouting out in sort of in surprise in the middle of a firefight, you know. But that one is just by repetition gets ridiculous. The one that even if they only say it once, just never quite forget is I will destroy you, coming from
Fought well.
totally generic.
Impressed.
I shall teach you the basics.
I should teach you the basics.
Bobo closing in on final victory here.
Yeah.
Did you kill Genji and I just kind of blanked on? Or did she retreat some?
I think
This base is now under our banner.
I'm gonna knock you. Well, we say knock you. Well, I love it when you knock out girls.
This base is in the way.
Just think
I mean,
just think that's great.
As long as they're not hurt. She's
All right. I'm going to attack that base there.
There's Genji. Yeah, I figured. I thought. No, that's you getting
Just spread out. Reinforce the guard.
That base. It's going to fall. Let's attack together. All right.
Just
I will go.
command.
Dude, going up here.
Do not be late for the attack.
Do not be late for a very important date.
Bigger the better.
Some battles you win.
No, that it's not.
lose.
Enemy officer defeated.
Devoured.
I'm so hungry.
In battle, one's head is not for just filling a helmet. Stop them!
Well, I should have opened up a bottle of Mountain Dew last night. Although the blessing is that we didn't get the longest recording session ever, in which we found out after we'd already recorded it that the sound didn't take.
Formation is crumbling.
Oh, I've had a longer recording session. Yeah, when I
No,
found out
so
that-
have I.
Yeah.
So have I. Everybody make John. Well, I asked you to help me do post commentary on like 3 different Romance of Three Kingdom videos, each of them being like over half an hour long. So
Retreat is an acceptable strategy.
Those
Enemy officer
Vegas
defeated.
ones. It's possible by the time this goes online that
You fought
might
well.
even have seen the Super Mario 3
impressed.
videos I had when I lost the audio.
Hit me with everything
So
you
this
got.
the little meter with the flag and the dots above the troop strength that appears whenever you're in a base.
Yep, the dots represent the number of guard captains or officers. Anyone whose presence will prevent the base from changing hands.
Without mercy.
Ah, so
when you go
there
back
before
there,
it had a red flag with 2 dots.
yeah, that means there's
Like, so there's 2 officers there and 1 guard captain.
Yep, it's currently a red. Now you got
Now
like
they got 4 because they all came
dudes
back.
Yeah.
Well,
So if that thing
a
is
whole load of officers just got revived.
if that thing is yeah, they all sort of get revived in chunks. It seems like everybody went back tonight. But if that went down to like even just 1 blue, doesn't matter how many blues. If there's a red flag and there's a blue in there and there's no reds, there's a couple seconds grace and then it'll switch over to being blue base. That's how you take over the base. I thought you understood that. I mean, I think you knew how that worked. You just didn't know that
I didn't understand what
you didn't
the
know that was
pictograph
showing
meant.
it up there. Yes.
Like I knew that you had to take out the guard captains and officers, and that if there was an officer that remained in there, the guard
But that's why, like, sometimes you can take over the final. You can like defeat Cao Cao forever by getting him to leave his base and take over the base while he's outside of it fighting other guys.
Yes. Now you're looking for whoever the last person is. It's this guard captain. Well, and then another guard captain.
I think this guard captain actually wasn't it, but he crossed into the base, and that's why there was two reds there.
That's why there's 2 cigarettes in the ashtray.
Yeah, that's why there's 2 teardrops in a bucket. What? Where did you go with that? I wasn't going to say anything as foul and depraved as that.
Seem out of breath. Stop for arrest.
Now the enemy main camp cannot be taken.
This is where if we decide we want to get the ultimate generic spear guy weapons, you would have to come into a camp like this and just start fighting.
This base is in the way. Destroy it.
Try to kill 500 days. Never see the enemy ruler Ma Chao.
Come on. Ma Chao runs and hides from no one.
Now, can you like you have to have the second to best weapon first, right? I couldn't have just killed 500 guys here.
No, you have to. In this game, you have to have your smith for that weapon type. Someone cover me, and Ma Chao's like, of course, I will cover you since you don't care who. But no, you have to have your like smith level for that weapon type maxed out at level 5.
Yeah.
And then it becomes possible.
Then it becomes possible to get legendary weapon. Legendary terracotta walls. Never did you think you would live to see them.
Gargling razor blades.
I will move
That's
to
what
the
they're
aid
doing.
of our ally.
What were they doing? The guards?
Gargling razor blades. I don't know why I said
Right.
that.
I'm gonna go pound on an enemy.
Sure you
That's
go.
one thing. I understand that this is going to be completely out of season now, but
Right where we want them.
you know, the one of the little smaller bits of the whole Santa Claus
Have a chance to win this.
tradition. You know, people are supposed to leave out candy and I mean leave out cookies and milk for Santa Claus.
Spiders and snakes, yeah.
No.
Cookies and milk, okay.
It's a bad example to the kids though, because I mean, like every year, like a couple months beforehand, we telling the kids, no, you can't eat any of these, you know, sweets that have been that are in open packaging and that haven't been shrink wrapped or anything else like that. Now
Just evil permanent winter. Oh, sorry.
you gotta leave out cookies for.
That base.
Well, Santa Claus is magical. He can come down chimneys, he can visit every home in the night, and he can survive eating cookies that have been exposed to air.
or that have been like, you know, cooked and had razor blades stuff too.
Could be.
Because you know, one of these days some sicko is gonna do that to Santa Claus. It's just
It's only a matter of time.
rematch.
You have been a formidable opponent. And a song kind of falls apart. Sorry. But
You're not
he's
really sorry, I don't
no, I don't
think.
think so. But Meng is almost caught up now with Guanzhou, and maybe not quite, but it's 2 battles in a row for him. A lot of good experience. Got to beat up on Liu Shan.
Got to go pound on an enemy.
Yeah.
And some more.
He's always pounding enemies.
Those aren't bad abilities there. Yeah, I got 3 Liu Xuns, 3 Wang Bangs, a couple of Genjis.
Watch it. See what level you ended up at. 9. So you're only
One
one level
level
behind
up.
those other guys. We need to like get one of these strategist sword generics and start building them up, just so that we've kind of seen.
Yeah.
The only 2 officer types we haven't done yet are the strategist type and the ruler, the Liu Shan character model. But I believe they actually do have the same moveset. They just,
Yeah,
those
they
models
have the
look
sword
different, but they've
power,
still got the they got the sword power.
We've got to build up swords.
Yes.
And now we got to look at what we got to do.
All
Smith.
Yes. All skate.
Leave it
Everybody's
to me.
Here in
I never
good
noticed these
hands.
shoulder pads she had
Oh.
until this particular portrait started popping up.
Oh, so we did swordsmith at some point because
Must have done, yeah.
raised grounds be a new technique.
Or we did Allsmith previously.
We got another Allsmith.
Race grounds is a good tactic. We haven't showcased tactics in this game, so they're really not that useful, but a handful of the most expensive
Allow me
ones
to
actually
handle.
are. Allow me to
course,
handle your,
Chair Blade and Allsmith.
Charm enemy's a good one.
Enemy. And it's a value.
Yeah.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, she's got, I mean, you know, it's
It's like it's the 80s. I mean, she got her like medieval Chinese armor in the 80s. Apparently, it's the shoulder pads.
medieval Chinese.
Medieval Chinese 80s armor.
Oh man, we got shook up. So let's
Do some
continue
more
doing some
domestic-y turns.
consultations. And again, we could learn how to annul the alliance, but at this point we kind of don't want to.
Kind of want to build up. I was trying to get us to level 3 swordsmith so we can see even more incredibly powerful weapons. Weapons.
Or at least level 2 swords. So I don't think swordsmithery has
Well,
leveled
the
up
spearsmith
yet.
is ready to go up to level 3. But
Yeah.
Allow
spearsmith.
me to handle it.
Alright, he's
we have to hire. I think I went with
wandered
Giogia.
along the dream
So like he
changer.
seems like the worst possible one because he's got no
Yeah, he's
troops,
got
but
no
he
troops
might
and
be
he's
able to give us
ch-
strategies.
I
So
was looking
Zhuge
at
Luo
Zhuge
probably could
Luo,
too.
but,
And Huang Zhong would just like, he's so a dream changer. I
Yes.
believe he will change your Lord to love. That was horrible.
until
My strategies.
I
shall
don't
guide
blame you,
to
Bobo. I know you were confused.
I'm always confused. Hey, double reinforce and then not do crap. Oh, he trained Zhao Dong.
Oh, I want the point increase because that's a good way to level up quickly.
I suppose.
I think we wanted that.
Yeah.
We'll find out tomorrow. See when he's got the brilliant strategy.
As you will.
Point increase.
He's got the amazing strategy of making yourself better.
Incredible self-improvement powers of Simu.
Oh, Cao Cao's actually not attacking anybody this turn.
Just taking it easy. Oh, he took out Ma Chao. That was apparently his chief threat. Shoot fire arrows, the grass will burn. Oops. Fruits. Yeah, I don't really remember what we did here, but this video is almost over, so... Just gather.
Yeah, we're very near the end. We're just getting a domestic turn out of the way, I think, before we end things.
At your command.
Using one long guy. Then he's go.
Now I get the speed scroll. That's pretty cool.
Hey, we promote craft. Yeah, it doesn't take very long to blow through the extra, like,
Yep,
you know,
5,000
like
gold,
5,000
yeah.
and
Doesn't
then
take long
another
at all.
5,000 that you get.
Just leave
Because
it
it's
to
just like,
me.
you're like, okay, yeah, Allsmith, awesome. And then,
Yeah, that's all done. Out of money.
all gone.
So will you join?
That's the question
So
that will
will
have to
you
be answered
join-
in the next video.
So will you join me in matrimony?
So will you join me by welding together my components?
Cao Cao bots in their battles to destroy the evil
other empires. But yeah, that's going to be it, folks. When we come back to this, we will have to figure out how, if at all, we will help Cao Cao. If we want to help him defend against an attack, we want to, like, you know, do we really just want to, like, let Cao Cao take over the rest of China and then just beat him? It's hard to say. But we've got to start being nice to people and building up our benevolence score, unless we decide we want the evil ending. But if you don't do one or the other, you just don't really get a particularly interesting ending. You just never get to be emperor, and being emperor is hugely important to me, especially because we have a female character who's not really going to be emperor anyway. But all of this is stuff that we'll deal with in future videos, so I want to thank you very much for watching. This is Mysterious JG.
And I'm Bobo the Vulture.
And I'm watching it tick down. We will join you next time.
Cut the end off.
Yeah, we'll join you next time, folks. Thanks for watching.
Bye now.